What's up, YouTube? We got another episode of the Shitbox Chronicles for you guys. Today, we're going to be replacing the valve cover gasket on our 3S Gen 2. For those of you that aren't familiar with it, where it says Toyota right here, this is the valve cover. We're going to be replacing the gasket that goes around there. Now, this is on our 91 MR2, so let's get started. If you have a strut tower brace like mine, you're going to want to remove it. You're going to have 6 14mm bolts. You're going to have 2 here, 2 over there, 1 bolt here, and the other bolt at the end on that side. I used an extension for this part just because the bolts are kind of up there, but same thing, 14mm. Now that you remove the 4 nuts and 2 bolts securing the strut brace, go ahead and remove it. You might have to move the engine lid prop in order to gain access properly. Go ahead and loosen the clamps so you can remove the intercooler piping. I'm just going to loosen these 2 clamps right here, and the pipe should come off. With the pipe removed, we're going to remove the throttle body bracket. That's this metal piece right here. There's 2 12mm bolts on each side. They are the bolts in the middle. And there's 2 10mm bolts down here. My socket doesn't fit, so I'm just going to use regular 10mm wrench for that. Okay, you can see the bottom bolts here hit the pipe. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it. It's just 4 12mm bolts, 2 on each side. A little tip for you guys, as things come off, make sure to organize them on the side. This will just help you keep track of everything you're taking off and where they go. You can see this one has its 4 bolts. This one has 2 up top with the longer ones on the bottom. We have the 4 nuts from the strut brace and the other 2 bolts over there. Next, we're going to disconnect the hose from the intake to the valve cover. You can see it has a clamp right here. Go ahead and undo that. Here you can see the hose is already disconnected, and you just be left with the nipple here. Next, we're going to remove our spark plug wires. It's a good idea to number them, take a picture or a video, whatever helps you remember the order, so you put them back correctly. Remove the 3 Phillips head screws located on the center of the valve cover. Using a number 4 Allen key, we're going to remove the 7 bolts securing the valve cover. You have 3 on the top side and you have 4 on the back. Keep in mind there's 1 behind the oil cap here. Using a 10mm socket, go ahead and remove the bolt from the blow-off valve. This will give us more clearance for the valve cover. It might be a good idea to remove the hoses connected to the blow-off valve as well. I didn't notice this earlier, but there's a hose at the bottom of the throttle body there that's extremely close to the valve cover. I'm going to go ahead and remove the throttle body. It looks like it's just 4 12mm bolts. This might be doing too much, but I'm gonna remove the throttle body cable just to give me all the access I have to the valve cover. It should just be a 12mm nut and an adjustable wrench. Okay, you can see the throttle body cable has been removed. The throttle body itself is now free. The hanger by the blow-off valve is not in the way anymore. This valve cover should be ready to just pull out. Okay, when the valve cover comes out, there's two rods in here. Make sure you don't lose them in there.